Alright everyone, welcome back to this fellow J Mills Productions, a franchise with the Seattle Mariners. So first off, before I start with anything else, I would like to apologize to you guys. In my last video, when I went in to edit it, it cut out this whole game and the video before this game, Walker taking on Miley in the 2-4 loss. So I apologize about that. I will not let it happen again, I promise. So I need to fill you guys in on something. Before this game, and on this day, the 16th, I made a roster move, and it was in-house, or sort of in-house. I signed a free agent, but it wasn't just a minor league free agent. So as you can see, my lefty first baseman, I now have Alex Rodriguez. No, it is not a publicity stunt, and to like be super, whatever, to like be like, well, he's coming back to the Mariners. Like, yeah, it's cool he's coming back to the Mariners and everything where he started, but at the same time, I just really think that he gives us the best chance to win at first base against lefties. I mean, Dae-Ho Lin was just doing absolutely awful against lefties. He was batting 210 to 220, somewhere in there. I forgot I think it was 212. And I needed someone else. I tried to look for trades for Dae-Ho Lee, and I couldn't really get anyone that I thought that would make a big difference both in the farm system and at the major league level. So I went ahead and released him and signed Alex Rodriguez. And like I said, I just think he gives us a better chance to win. So right now he's 0 for 6. He has had a couple walks, so he has a 250 on base. So I'm still kind of looking for him to give us some production. And in a while, I signed him on a 1-year deal for 1.3 million, so it's not too expensive. And if it doesn't work out, I can just end up releasing him or trading him if anyone wants him. So we'll have to see how that goes. The Alex Rodriguez is returned to the Mariners. He is wearing number 14. So that being said, now that I have that out of the way, we had a very brutal 6-game road trip in Baltimore and Cincinnati. We lost 6 games. We did not win 1 game. So that put us behind quite a bit. We're now 4th in division, 10 games back. And I don't know. If this is something that is going to continue and we're going to continue to just fall and fall and fall, then our strategies might change. And we might have to do things different. As you can see, a 256 average, 308 on base. That's really the killer, I think, in the ERA too. I mean, look at all these other teams: 330 on base, 327 on base, 325 on base, 342 on base, and even our slugging is a little low. So that really needs to be taken care of. The Astros are playing really good baseball right now. All their stats are really good. So anyway, now that that's said, let's dive into this homestand here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play up until here, until the Minnesota, and then I'm going to give another recap video after this game on the 29th and go over some things that I want to go over, talk about some things I want to talk about, look at prospects, look at stats again, all that stuff I went over in the first video, but it will be more in depth because it is later in the season, like I said, and now things are really going to start to ramp up. All the stats, all the numbers that I talked about in my introductory video are really going to be put to use here. Moves are going to be made. I'm not selling out the whole team, so don't worry. But if someone's really struggling and I think someone gives us a better chance right now, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to see how it goes, because with a trade line coming up in about 2 months, or 2.5 months, 3.5 months actually, I want to try some things, whether they're in-house or just little moves, to see if my team improves our team. So if I need to make a really big deal at the trade deadline, I can, and I can say that I tried everything else. I didn't just leave Ryan Cook in here up until the trade deadline, and then I'm like, wow, he has a 6 ERA. Maybe I should have done something. This is what baseball GMs do. They do everything possible. They bring up guys in-house. They don't go out and just trade Robinson Cano because he's batting 201 right now, because he might finish the year batting 300 or around 300. So anyway, Kyle Seager is having an absolute, monster first 2 months. 300 average, 12 home runs, leading the team in home runs. Actually, Cruz has 13. So he's doing really well right now. Robinson Cano is continuing to struggle. So we're gonna have to really pay close attention to that. And you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna trade Robinson Cano, but as far as him in the lineup, I mean, I'm just gonna bump him down right now just because he's just not producing. And hopefully that will wake him up and start to get him going here. But I mean, he has Chris Iannetta and Adam Lynn batting ahead of him, both of whom are a 73 overall. They're both 73s overall, and he's 83. He's arguably one of the best players in the game and has been for a very long time. So I'm just really trying to get him to get going here. I mean, his last, mediocre season was when he batted 271. So, that's still a really good season by some players, measures. So, anyway, that's some of the things. I've given Clevenger more at-bats here. He has a strained calf right now. So that's, as far as that goes, I'll leave all that stuff until my recap video after this 6 of the 8-game homestand against the A's, the Twins, and the Padres. So right here, James Paxton's taking on Sonny Gray, looking to get out of this 6-game losing streak and get in the win column again, and hopefully take most of these games here, because I mean 16 and 29 and 21 and 24, and the Twins, they're above 500, but at the same time, I don't know if they're all too great of a ball club right now. But I said that about the Reds, and we got swept by them, and they're off to a really good start in that NL Central. So let's go ahead and get this game started here. James Paxton taking on Sonny Gray. All right, guys. So in the game, we have James Paxton going to the mound in 8 starts. He's 4-2 with a 3.83 ERA, 51 and 2/3 innings pitched, 49 hits, 24 walks, and 50 strikeouts. Really looking to bring down the walks, as 24 is kind of a lot. So on the mound for the A's, we have Sonny Gray in 9 starts. He's 6-2 with a 3.30 ERA, 60 innings pitched, 66 hits, 20 walks, and 48 strikeouts. So pretty decent start to the season for Sonny Gray. For Oakland, he's really looking to improve upon those numbers today. Bottom first, 1-1 count to Martin. Gets an inside fastball and rips it into the right center field gap, and he rounds second and heads to third for a leadoff triple. So that's really good to see. It's only his first or second triple of the year, so really hoping to, that'll get him going here again. He kind of cooled off a little bit. Next batter, 1-2 count to Gurriel. Gets a curveball, just hits it to second baseman. Good fundamental baseball right there to get the run in, which is something we have not done this year, so it's good to see. Top second, 1-0 lead. Nothing in the count with no outs. I was pretty surprised Martin didn't track this ball down. I thought he had the speed for it, but I guess not. So Stephen Yote gets ground rule double there. Next batter, pop fly to center field. Martin, Vogt advances to third. Billy Butler's up now. Top second, 0-1 count, 1 out. Ground ball up the middle. That Gurriel actually gets 2, makes a play, but the run scores. So 1-1 now, bottom 7th here. After a single by Martin, Gurriel grounds to second baseman, but the second baseman throws it over the first baseman's head to bring in Dole. That would be the end of Sonny Gray's day after that error. Bottom 7th, Corey Seager's up, and finally, again, like I said, good to see us, hitting with runners in scoring position and getting those runners in. But we still had a lot of chances during this game that we didn't really, convert on. So I'll bring in Steve Cishek for us. I don't know why I showed all these. But anyway, Diaz comes in. So I brought Diaz in, and as you can see, he had a 1-2 count here to their second baseman, who made that error earlier in the game. And I thought I'd put the ball out of the zone, but Diaz blew another save for us. So I let him finish the inning and then brought in Furbush to pitch a couple innings of the extra innings. And he really did a pretty solid job for like 2 1/3 or 3 innings. And then he kind of gave up a couple hits. So I brought in Williamson, and it all went downhill. After he loaded the bases, they actually put a squeeze on with Vogt at the plate. So really the only play there is at first base. So they 2-3 now, bases loaded again after a walk. And then Billy Butler flies into right field, and there's really no chance here for a play at the plate. So 4-2 now for Oakland. Like I said, once I brought Williamson in, it kind of all went downhill after another walk to Semien. That brings up Samolsky, and he drives Hit up the middle to bring in 2. So now it is 6-2 Oakland, and yet again the bullpen blows another perfect or great game pitched by one of our starters. So I'll bring in Ryan Cook after that, and he'll finish the inning there with no runs given up or hits. So at the end of the game, I brought in O'Malley to pinch hit, and as you can see, he nubbed one back to the pitcher to end the game. So there's a box score. Yet another heartbreaker that the bullpen blew for us. Alright guys, so as you saw, 2-6 loss. The only thing I really have to say about that that was pathetic. That was absolutely pathetic. James Paxton threw an absolute gem. 7 1/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. Cishek came in, held the game, and Diaz blew the save, his 3rd of the year. Furbush took the loss, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout. Williamson, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks. Cook, 1/3 of an inning, and got out of that long top of the 12th inning. Lind and Aoki both had doubles, Martin with a triple, Gurriel and Seager with RBIs, Cano with a sack. So some moves definitely need to be made, and I'm going to make these moves, and I'm going to show you guys. So there you guys can see, Albuquerque's up, Evan Scribner's up, Blake Parker is back up, and I'm actually going to leave Diaz there for a little bit longer, see if he can rebound from that. Tom Williamson is down. I hate how it does that. Williamson is down, Cook is down, and Storin is back down. I'm just sick and tired of watching my bullpen blow gems that my pitchers have. It's getting pathetic and just annoying. So the guys who are really struggling are going to be sent down, and we're going to try something new with these guys who are up right now. Let's go ahead. Actually, I wanted to do I'm actually going to give O'Malley some at bats for Cano, just to give Cano a little break and just have O'Malley in there, see what he can do for the time being right now. Let's go ahead and sim here, double A. So let's go ahead and sim here. Carnes versus Manea. Carnes looking to really pick it up and getting it going here. Clevenger is no longer injured, 3-5 loss. 9 innings, they put a 3 spot in the top of the 9th. Bullpen is just blowing it. Martin 2 for 5. Cruz 1 for 4. Clevenger 1 for 3. Gurriel 1 for 4. O'Malley 1 for 3. Rodriguez 1 for 2 with 1 run with a walk. Finally got his first hit as a Mariner. 1 for 4 for Iannetta. Gurriel with a home run. RBIs go to Gurriel and Iannetta. Clevenger, Rodriguez, and Iannetta all had doubles. Stolen bases. Martin with 2. Carnes 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Again, great job by our starters. Scribner comes in 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Cishek, 1/3 of an inning, 3 runs, all earned. That was for Diaz actually, 4 walks, and Cishek gets a hold. Albuquerque, 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit. So real quick before I do this game here, actually I'm just gonna leave it, and for the monthly recap after the series, actually Hernandez taking on Graveman, 2 solid pitchers. So, and another blown game by the bullpen. Gutierrez 2 for 5. Pham 0 for 4. Cruz 1 for 5. Seager 2 for 5. Lind 3 for 5. Gurriel 1 for 5. Clevenger 3 for 5. Aoki 1 for 4. O'Malley 3 for 4. And Cano 0 for. Take a look at the pitching stats. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run by Felix Hernandez. 1 earned run through 6 innings. 8 strikeouts. Parker with the hold. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout. Vincent, 2/3 of an innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Albuquerque, 1 1/3, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. This is just getting pathetic. I mean, my bullpen, I'm really gonna have to look at my bullpen here and make some moves, because this is, the last 4 games, they've really blown it. So it's starting to get annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and make some moves here and adjust some things before we finish this homestand with Minnesota and San Diego. So all I really did, guys, as you see, Cishek goes the closing role. The closer, Edwin Diaz, is in the middle reliever role, just to keep him some innings, see how he does, and if it doesn't improve, he can always be sent down. So back to here, we have a game against Minnesota. So let's get this started. Alright guys, so I'm really running low on time here, so you're only going to see the highlights of this first game against Minnesota, and when I start the recap video after the series with Minnesota, before the series with San Diego, I will show the rest, or the 2 sim games and their box scores. So here's the highlights. Alright guys, welcome to the game. We got Iwakuma on the mound in 9 starts. He's 2-3 with a 3.77 ERA, 59 2/3 innings pitched, 64 hits, 11 walks, and 48 strikeouts. Looking to improve upon the already decent season he has. Top of first here, runners on the corner. Miguel Sano grounds a third. Tried to turn double play, but I got upended at second base, so that's why I think the throw was wild. Irvin Santana on for the Twins, 9 starts, 4-4, 3.67 ERA, 56 1/3 innings pitched, 49 hits, 16 walks, and 47 strikeouts. Looking to have another decent day against the Mariners here, but Nelson Cruz is gonna tell him that is not happening. He had a huge day for the Mariners. Bottom third here, runners on second and third. Nelson gets his 3rd RBI of the day with a base hit into left field, scoring Martin, who walked to get on first, stole second, tagged up to third, and then got home on Nelson's RBI. There you see, don't even know what to tell you about it. Nelson Cruz with a no doubt home run to left center field to improve on his already beastly day. That'll bring on Tommy Malone. Irvin Santana's done. Thought I'd throw this in here. A-Rod got a base knock today. 2nd hit as a Mariner. Top 7, 5-1 Mariners. Who was that? That was Danny Santana, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. But anyway, that will chase Iwakuma out of the game. He had a great game though, so no worries about it. Twins will scratch one across here in the 9th. Some of the highlights, I had to cut it short because the video is really long. Seager had a home run in the 7th, a solo shot, and then in the 8th, Nori Aoki actually had a home run, 2-run home run to get in himself and Gutierrez. So that's really the game. Iwakuma, great day. Nelson Cruz, beastly day.